Hennessy, come out and play.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big breaking GD.
Yo, what's poppin', Henny? Gang. Bar is open, y'all. I smell a debunking video coming on. Child. Least we not forget, this is Hennessy Reviews.
The prime time.
Ooh, my bad. Yo, what's poppin', Henny? Gang. So, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell, select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And to my returning Mob Down Henny Gang members, yeah. Now let's flame this piece of shit. If you are over here on IG, the bar is open. You need to head over to YouTube because I'm about to flame up Jay Reed. This is the man who was pistol whipped, beat up, and one of the gentlemen who was stripped or attempted to be stripped outside of No Jumper by Luce Cannon. Now, the internet was on his side. There were many people that were standing in defense with him. They were standing on his side. They were standing with Jay Reed. And I said, I thought we were in a trick bag and I was going to fall back off of this content because I didn't know what kind of trick bag we were in. I spoke about how all of the narratives just kept changing up. Each day it was something new. And now, boom, this is this. Child, he is. I am so livid. I can't even I can't even. Jay Reed has a whole profile on Megan's Law. Now, I know some of y'all peruse these internet streets and you watch other content creators, so y'all probably got this information already. But in case you didn't know, or you are a person who just likes to come and listen to the content the way that I lay it down, salute to you and thank you for your support. Now, if you are on IG, you need to get to the bar because this live is about to self-destruct because I'm about to go ham, eggs, and cheese on this. Okay? So go to the story, click the link in the last story post that I put that says Jay Reed exposed as a sex offender. I'll see you at the bar. Peace, y'all. Now that the hootie hoo was put out to IG, let's continue on with the content. And let's get into this. First of all, let me get my screen right. Okay. Now let me do what I do. Regardless to what, I think I need to light that citronella candle too while I'm sitting out here in the back. Me and my watermark. Boom. I don't even want the watermark up. Not that one anyway. I want you to still be able to see the content. This is Jay Reed. There's no getting around it. Jermel Dean Reed is his full name. Okay. If you believe a crime has been committed, please contact your local law enforcement agency. Okay. He is on Megan's Law. Okay. Now, if you don't believe me and you think this is a fake, it's right there. California's Megan's Law website. Okay. Postable offenders. So I may have to go in and redo it over, and that's fine because I can, and I can do it right here in front of y'all. It doesn't matter. See how this is working? How it's so easy to find information out, right? Now, this story was broke last night. Boom. You see me going in, a fresh pull right before y'all eyes. No stunts, no gimmicks, no artificial flavoring, no none of that. Click on the more info, okay? And there's his age. He was born in 64. He's 5'9". His offense code is 286C2, sodomy by use of force or injury. So I went on ahead and took myself over here to California legislative information because a lot of people don't understand what sodomy is, right? So they said C2A. This is C2A right here. And we're going to read what C2A says. C2A says any person who commits an act of sodomy when the act is accomplished against the victim's will by means of force, violence, duress, menace, or fear of intimidation and unlawful bodily injury on the victim or another person shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 3, 6, or 8 years. Now, I'm curious. Oh, I'm sorry. This is it right here. This is A. This is 1, 2A. This is B, C, D. This is 3. This is 2, 3, 4. No, I did read the right one. 2A right here. C1, C2A. This is right here. Just wanted to make sure and double check myself, even though nobody said anything in the comments. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Luce Cannon admit to being locked up in prison with him? And didn't Jay Reed say they were in prison together? So you mean to tell me that Luce Cannon didn't know that this man was a sex offender? Because when sexual predators walk through the gates of a prison, the prisoners usually know who the sex offenders are, the pedophiles, all of them. And then you come out and you link back up with this person and you're having phone conversations with him and Wack is doing business with. Let's get back to this. Okay? Let's get back to this. Let's get back to the part that matters. This is case text. Now, I don't usually go to case text, but you know what? Sometimes in California, you can't get the court docs. So I did go to case text and get the information. And I'm going to warn you now, ladies, if you are someone who has been essayed, great, M-worded, this serves as a trigger warning for those who this content may be sensitive for. And this is a warning. This video contains content that some may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay. So now I have put the warnings out there. You are now free to listen at your own risk. So now here we go. Okay. These are the court docs right here. Okay. Jury convicted defendant Jermel Dean Reed of sodomy by force or fear. Okay. The trial court sentenced defendant to 8 years incarceration with total accumulated credits of 824 days. On appeal, defendant raises 3 issues. The court erred in denying his motion for new trial based upon alleged juror misconduct. The court erred in failing. Okay, we're not even going to get into any of that. Okay, factual and procedural history. This is where it gets tricky. Now, I know some of y'all went on over there to the 100 show and y'all watched what Wack had to say, but let me tell you what Wack didn't say. What he did not say was how he felt being associated with this person, because clearly you knew him. You were doing business with him. You did not clear your name in my eyes as to why you were around him. Luce can't clear his name as to why he was around him. But then again, what do you expect from somebody who has allegations against him for sacrifice of an 8-year-old girl, for grooming of an 8-year-old girl? What do you expect? What do you expect from somebody who is slower than a turtle on a hot desert Sunday? These are the people they do business with. So let's get into this, okay? If you are triggered by any of this, this is not by any means to trigger anyone. It is to inform you of the type of person that the internet was standing for. See, this is why this is why I knew it was factual and procedural history. The victim knew co-defendant Gerald Thomas. Okay, since they were in high school together, they had regained contact through the internet social network, through an internet social networking site. They had exchanged several messages over the site during the previous months. On September 25th of 2007, the victim received a message from Thomas asking her if she wanted to hang out. Around 10 p.m., she received a call from Thomas telling her to come over. She immediately drove to his location, okay? It says right here, and like, I guess this is supposed to be a cliff note. The people also charged co-defendant Thomas with information, by information with forcible rape. The jury acquitted Thomas. Thomas is not a party to this appeal. Okay. So Thomas is a guy that she knew. Thomas is a guy that she was in communication with. Thomas is the guy that invited her to the house. Okay. Remember that. All right. That's important. Thomas met the victim outside and guided her into an apartment. Two other men whom she had never met before were inside. Thomas introduced her. One of them was the defendant, which is Jermel Dean Reed. Okay. At some point that evening, the victim left the apartment with Thomas to buy some liquor. They purchased a bottle of brandy. When they returned to the apartment, everybody started drinking and talking. They finished drinking the bottle within an hour and a half. Thereafter, Thomas went into the bedroom, laid down on the bed, and went to sleep. The victim was beginning to feel really drunk. She decided she should go home since she did not know the other two men. The victim went into the bedroom. She sat on the bed to talk with Thomas. The guy who invited her there, that's who she went to go talk to. Okay? She sat on the bed to talk to Thomas. The victim started blacking in and out a lot. They engaged in vaginal, exual intercourse. The victim threw up and blacked out again. She woke up to really, really, really bad pain in her butt. Defendant was engaging in backdoor intercourse with her. He inserted his member into her back door at least 4 times while she was awake. She started screaming, "Stop, stop, stop. Let me go home. I won't say anything. Stop." She screamed help more times than she could count. Defendant told her to shut the up and put his arm over her mouth. At approximately 2:40 a.m. on September 26th of 2007, San Bernardino police officer Edward Flores was on patrol in the area. It was an area with a high rate of stolen vehicles. Officer Flores noticed Thomas leaning into a tan Toyota Corolla. Thomas was rummaging through the central console. Officer Flores made contact with Thomas to ensure that he was either the actual owner of the vehicle or had the owner's permission to be in the car. Okay? Cliff note 3, the victim had driven her tannish beige 2003 Toyota Corolla over to the apartment. So Thomas was in the victim's car going through stuff. All right? Thomas reacted to Officer Flores' presence in a shocked and nervous manner. Thomas said he was looking for his friend's identification. Officer Flores asked Thomas if he knew the registered owner. Thomas replies that he did, but told Officer Flores he could not remember her name. Thomas informed Officer Flores that the owner was in his friend's apartment. He offered to take Officer Flores to the apartment to confirm that he had permission to be in the vehicle. Officer Flores handcuffed Thomas. Thomas walked Officer Flores to the apartment. Officer Flores knocked on the door. A man named Keon Sunley answered the door. Officer Flores asked if he could speak to the female inside. Sunley responded that he had just arrived home from work and was unaware of any female inside. Thomas said the woman was in the bedroom. Cliff note, the apartment only had one bedroom. Sunley knocked on the bedroom door several times, stating that the police were there. A voice from inside the bedroom asked what the police wanted. The bedroom door opened, someone peeked out, and then the door was slammed shut. The victim testified that when she heard the knock on the door, she began screaming as loud as she could. Defendant got off the bed and put clothes on. Officer Flores heard a woman crying out for help and screaming hysterically. Thank you. Officer Flores walked into the house, sat Thomas on the couch, told Sunley to sit on the couch, knocked on the bedroom door several times, and announced that he was San Bernardino police. After receiving no response, Officer Flores kicked the bedroom door open. Officer Flores arrived another officer arrived as Officer Flores handcuffed defendant, which is Jermel Dean Reed. Defendant initially identified himself as Michael Reed with a date of birth of July 20th, 1975. Officer Flores called in defendant's information but received no match. Eventually, Officer Flores found a utility bill with defendant's real name and confronted with it. When confronted with it, defendant gave his actual date of birth. Officer Flores called in defendant's real name and date of birth, which resulted in revelation that defendant had an active misdemeanor arrest warrant. A search of defendant revealed a condom wrapper was in his left front pocket. A third officer escorted the victim out of the apartment and to the hospital, where a sexual assault nurse examiner conducted a forensic exam. The officer testified that the victim was extremely intoxicated and continued to cry hysterically. The nurse examiner testified that the victim reported vaginal and rectal pain. The victim smelled of alcohol. The nurse observed injuries to the victim's labia minora. Okay, which, ladies, y'all know where that is, okay? Perihymal tissue or vestibule, the cervix, the anus, and the rectum. The victim had a small rectal tear, which was bleeding. The nurse concluded that the genital and anal findings were consistent with recent blunt force penetration trauma, although she conceded that no one can actually tell the difference between injuries incurred during consensual or non-consensual eggs. Now remember, she had vaginal eggs with Thomas and woke up to non-consensual backdoor eggs with Jay Reed. I don't know what's beeping, okay, but I told y'all that there was something up, something wasn't right. And people was out here defending him because of the video that we saw out there. I want to know. I want to see more. Since he was introduced to us through Wack and Luce Cannon, that's who y'all do business with. But watch the narrative spin. I could tell you how the narrative is going to spin. Now it's to look like the hero. This is why I wasn't so quick to want to. Henny Glasses in the chat. If y'all remember, I said I don't even really want to cover this no more because I don't know what the trick bag is. I don't know who's being put in a trick bag. I think we all being put in a trick bag. Something was off and something was already like very suspect to me. So you mean to tell me Luce was locked up in jail with this man? I'm going to repeat it. He was locked up in jail with this man. It was county jail. It don't matter. You go to county, you go to state prison. They know when you are an offender. And as far as I'm concerned, y'all leaking all these phone calls with y'all on the phone with him and all of that. You guilty by association, bruh. This is the most disgusting form of human being. And I don't know who this Thomas person is, but if you were in that apartment and that woman was screaming at more times than she could count for help, you an accessory, bruh. You brought her there. And there was 2 men there that she didn't know. So this Sumley person talking about he just got home from work, both of y'all was in that apartment while that assault was happening to that lady. That makes both of y'all an accessory. Before, during, and after the fact. And then the question becomes, how many times has Jay Reed done this before? Because that sounded like somebody who was real comfortable with what he was doing. That wasn't his first time. So how many other females did he do this to? And this is just the first time that he got caught. Everybody has some type of smut on their name, and it's becoming disgusting. My stomach is literally turning. Let me look at what's up, Lou from the Lou. They all butt bandits. That's why their first threat is always grape. And not getting caught for facts. Maybe they were locked up in PC together. I don't know. Hey, Octavia, I don't know if they were locked up in PC together or not, but I know that they were in contact and communication with each other when they were locked up in county. So Luce and CS2 pulled Reed to the side. Probably. Talk about it, Henny. Them ninjas was cool with Jay Reed. Facts. Don't try to backpedal. And the crazy thing about it is, Wack was over there on that 100 E&T show, over there reading Jay Reed's paperwork and condemning his set and talking about how this is the real Jay Reed. But listen to this, and this is the real Jay Reed. Nah, my ninja. That's not the conversation you're supposed to be having on this internet, my boy. Y'all introduced him to us. Y'all did that. And don't try to put the spin on it like, oh, this is what we call hood justice for that. And da-da-da-da-da-da. This was the play. I don't want to hear that because y'all had ample opportunity to be able to expose this. They the exposers, right? That's what they said they do. They expose, right? So why y'all didn't expose that? So y'all not vetting people that y'all doing business with? You just get in bed with anybody, huh, Wack? You'll get in bed with rats. You'll get in bed with rapists. You'll get in bed with anybody, huh? This is beyond nasty work. This is despicable and deplorable work. As a woman, I'm disgusted. My stomach hasn't stopped turning since I read that lady's paperwork. Compton Rick Rock had the lady on a phone call. I don't even want to hear the lady's phone call because I don't want to let that frequency loose from her voice, from her speaking that trauma. So I read the paperwork, and reading that paperwork, as soon as I read that, my stomach went floop, and it ain't been right since. How do is this what you did in prison? Is this what Jay Reed is doing in prison? Because that's giving me prison rape vibes. And you know what? At this point, I don't know if I'm even going to be monetized because I keep saying the word, but I don't even care because this is disgusting. I almost feel like, and when I say this, I'm not saying this because I agree with them or I'm on their side or any of that. But you know what? He got what he got. I don't feel bad for you no more. Actually, I stopped feeling bad for you a long time ago. But now I really don't feel bad for you because guess what? Have you been raping dudes in jail? Are you a booty bandit like that? Like, is that what you do? Because of all the places that you could go, you go in her back door? What kind of person? You're a community activist for who? What community are you representing? You need to be ran up out the community. You need to be ran up so far in a hole that you never come out. Like, you need to just be a poof, a speck of dust that nobody ever sees again. Don't come back in these internet streets. You're sick. Something is mentally wrong with you. You're off. You're off, my nigga. You off. Had everybody up here. Oh, they did this, including me when it first happened. Oh, look at what they did to that man. They need to go down. You know what happened to the dude that was with you? I don't know him. I don't know him. But if they hanging with you, do they know your past? Like, does anybody know your past? They do now. And I don't care. I'm going to say it. The way, is it Marco? Mauricio? The way your partner got dealt is how you should have got dealt. A long time ago when you did what you did. You must have been able to keep that charge on the low, because I don't even see how you made it out. You should have been getting buka in jail. Forcefully, the way that you did it. Let this be a lesson to you to vet who you do business with. Nowadays, we live in the information era where a person's name, address, telephone number, and criminal offenses are all point and click. My heart goes out to the young lady that this happened to, even though that happened in 2007. I'm sorry. I don't God forgives. I don't. Let me not say that, because forgiveness is freeing you from the thing that you do. But that right there, only God can forgive you for that one, for real, because this is a mark on you, and it has stained you and tarnished you in my eyes. And I will never run another J. Reed piece over here unless it's something that's happening to him where he's answering for this criminal offense right here. I will never run another J. Reed piece on this channel. This is the last one. This is the last one. So all them content creators that was on his side, it's egg on the face. That's why I stepped back, because I knew it was going to be something. I knew it. But I never expected that it would be this. And remember, I kept asking y'all, who's in the trick bag? Somebody's in the trick bag. What did you say? New Jersey. All of your lovers, stalkers in here. No offense. All my lovers, stalkers in here. No offense. Y'all pay attention to Miss Sexy Henny, and y'all don't say anything. Just shut up and listen to her, period, point blank. No, they could talk. They could talk. That's what they do. They find ways to insert themselves among people to let their guard down and take advantage of people. Facts. Once a predator, always a predator. Bugs, what's popping? Yo, the internet always win, for real, and don't hold your secret. Yo, say that. Man, say. Man, say. There's still an innocent person involved in all of this. Now, let me say this. I'm going to say this right here. Now, I don't even know if that dude is innocent. You know what this taught me? To go back to doing things the way that I used to do it. Because y'all remember, those of y'all who are my day oneers, y'all remember I never used to jump on a subject just because it was trending. I used to sit back and watch and gather all the information. And once I had the story, that's when I ran with the story. I'm going back to doing that, especially when we're talking about Wack and Luce. This right here taught me a valuable lesson to sit back, shut your mouth, and just watch and observe and wait for the story. Because the minute that I felt like I just got. Oh, there's more to this story. Okay, there's more to this story. There's more to this story. There's more to this story. Hold on, y'all, because I just got some information. There's more to this story. We're going to have to play the audio. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm being told that there was more said than what's in the report. Okay. So let's get to it then. Here we go.
Hello?
Yo, what up? This Rick Rock.
What's up?
Oh, shit, chilling. Just got up. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I seen that shit on the internet. This nigga sitting up there crying, acting like a victim. And he's not a victim. Karma is a bitch on me.
Can y'all hear that? Throw some Henny glasses in the chat if y'all can hear that. Let me know if y'all can hear that. You absolutely right about that, Dre. Normally, pedos run and hide. He's bold, very bold. Okay, y'all got them Henny glasses up. Let's listen.
I'll be 29 this year. So this had to be in like 05, 06. He was fucking with my grandma. Not my grandma. He was fucking with my auntie, but we lived in my grandma's house. And he was living there or whatever. And that nigga, mind you, my auntie used to be on dope real bad. And he was on it too. But he's just a little bit more cleaner and talking them riddles and codes that you gotta break that don't mean shit.
Wow.
And yeah, he gave my auntie head right in front of me. I always remember this shit in the living room. Like it was weird. And
did y'all hear that? Let me take that back.
Wow.
And yeah, he gave my auntie head right in front of me. I always remember this shit in the living room.
He gave my auntie head right in front of me. He used to be a dope fiend. He used to be a dope fiend.
Like it was weird. And they sodomized a white girl, and he caught a case for that. And he wear an ankle monitor. That's why he always got on pants.
The fuck?
Have you ever seen that nigga wear a pair of shorts?
Yo. This is to only all the guys, no matter what colors you are. Y'all slow-minded special at class types. Specimen on sexy lady. You go, girl, Miss Henny. If okay, wrong, you right. Okay, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
He gave you head in front of your auntie. A 9 years old.
Yeah. I don't gotta lie about that shit. I know exactly what happened. Like, and he got packed out in front of my grandma's house by my Uncle Tyrone.
You talking about the same Jay Reed that's on the interview?
Jay Reed, aka Boo. Ask that nigga if he used to go by Boo. Cause he did. That's why when I seen the shit, I sent it to my mom. I said, why the nigga that got his ass with that no jumper name is, I said, that's Boo. She said, what? I said, said, look at this shit. This nigga going by Jay Reed. She was like, yeah, that's his real name. His name is like Jermaine Reed or some shit like that, she told me, or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, well, this nigga going by Jay Reed now, but we know him as Lou. So that's why I was just like, what? Like, where did you come from? But I had seen him because I was dancing. I had seen him.
Okay, so this is not the same person from the case. This is a totally different person that's exposing him right now. This is a totally different person that's exposing him right now. I knew that wasn't his first rodeo, y'all.
In like 2021 at a T Grizzly event or whatever, and the nigga act like he didn't know who I was. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not a weirdo. I ain't gonna run up on nigga. Oh, I know y'all. Who gives a fuck? Like, you're not a celebrity at all. So I just know you from fucking with my auntie. That's why he's like, oh, the Dino, and oh, they got untapped talent. That nigga used to be rapping in my grandma's closet with my cousin. My cousin is a rapper. Like, but my cousin only did 9 years for attempted murder or whatever. They went to jail around the same time. That nigga went to jail for sodomizing him and his homeboys or him and his friends. They sodomized a white girl and raped her and some shit like that. But that happened.
Whoa.
So
I'm just not.
I don't know why he's sitting up there. What'd you say?
I'm gonna hit this button
allegedly
really quick just to be able to cover myself and the channel. That's it. So I'm gonna say
allegedly.
Okay, that's it. We're gonna continue.
So I'm just waking up. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know why he had to. When I seen a nigga up there crying and all that, I'm like, man, that's a play. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't care. I watch this shit on the internet all day, every day. I'm bored. That's what I do. Sit up there and watch these internet crips do what they do, right? Because I got a real crip. I know what a real crip is. These are internet crips. He's sitting up here crying, and I didn't even know the nigga was from LA, but you sitting up here on Hearthstone, you sitting up here crying, and then the next interview, he's talking in circles like a motherfucker just paid you off to change your tune. And I don't like
facts. Didn't we say that last video? That he was backpedaling that story like he was scared or like somebody was paying him? Didn't we say that? Lou from the Luce said, burn some sage. Baby, I ain't got the bell. I don't have the bell today. I ain't got the bell today.
that. I don't like when people have people out here looking crazy for no reason.
Right.
Like, that's what I said. Crystal meth activities. Like, you on dope. I can tell by his mannerisms, like, you still do it. You just a functional addict. That's why you was able to get knocked upside your head like that and then kept walking and talking and doing all that. But your homeboy was on the floor fucked up because your body is built different because you're on drugs.
That's a whole fact, because they was going upside. Remember we were saying we don't know what kind of what was going on, and that's why people was thinking that it was a play and that it was fake blood and all types of stuff, because his mans was lumped up, bumped up, and stripped all the way completely naked down to the socks. Meanwhile, he's up, and we seen him get beat with the stick upside his head. We seen it. So yeah, I could definitely believe that, because I done seen some crackheads get beat up, and I done seen some dope fiends get beat up, and they still keep rocking. They don't drop. It take a lot to drop them when they high.
Ain't no way no nigga gonna pistol with me upside my head, and I'm on the phone chopping it up with them. Oh yeah, it's a nigga in the way. Oh, all that. Shut up, nigga. You was a bitch.
So he was doing sexual acts in front of you at 9 years old.
Yes, him and my auntie, and they dope heads. They all lived in the house together, and they all dope heads. My stepdad, my auntie, all of them do crystal meth.
I believe that, Lou.
Because he's dead now. But yeah. And then he started messing with my auntie again when they both got out of jail. And then my grandma was like, no, he can't come here. Like, he got kids here. He cannot come here. I thought about my kids and all that. Nigga, when you was living at our house, you was not worried about your kids. Like, niggas get on the internet and get a whole different persona. Like, people out here don't know who they are. But yeah, don't let that, I wouldn't give that bitch ass nigga a platform at all no more. You're not about to have me out here looking crazy and you chopping it up with these niggas out there and hit you upside the head. And then you got people making up false narratives on the next nigga and all. The shit just got weird to me. I was going to say something when it first dropped, but I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be like looking like a weirdo. I don't want no clout. I can get clout by myself. I don't want no clout, but this is the truth. And when I said it to my cousin like, this nigga up here crying. I said, you didn't see that video of Boo, because I know him as Boo. I said, you didn't see that video of Boo crying and like a bitch on the internet? He said, I don't give a fuck about that nigga. That nigga's a rapist. I said, yeah. Go figure. Go figure. I got facts. I can back my shit up. I wish the motherfucker would. I wish they would try to say I'm lying. But you don't even got to say I said it or put it out there. But this is for your information because I see the weird shit that these niggas are doing. And I'm not about to sit up here and keep letting it go.
Yo, the crazy thing is, every time we've seen him, except for when he was fake ass crying, every time we see him, what did he have on? He had on a pair of dark shades. Now, I'm not saying everybody who wear dark shades is hiding something, but think about it. Like y'all was saying in the comments, dope fiends and crackheads and meth heads and all of that, they are accustomed to getting their behinds whooped. They're definitely accustomed to that. So you beating on him and him getting up and walking away, you beating on him and him getting up and walking away is not a surprise. But now ask yourselves, what kind of weirdos be around this type of dude? What kind of weirdos? What kind of people sit around this type of dude or even sit up and try to run a play with this type of dude? So let's say they come out and they decide to say, oh, we knew this all along. We was going to expose him. And if y'all buy that, y'all might as well unsubscribe from my channel because y'all are not as smart as I thought y'all was. If y'all buy any of that superhero stuff that they getting ready to try to spin, I'm not buying it. And you're right. You're right. Where you go? You right, SR. You right, SR. Maybe he did do that to Luce Coochie Ashley. Maybe that's why his bowels is so loose. Maybe that's why he has so much rage towards that dude. Did he violate you, Ashley? Did he touch you? Did he touch you in your no-no spot? It's okay. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. If he did, say he did. Clearly, Wack Rakitha is the type of person to hang around him. But I'm not going to drag this video out too long. She sounds like that woman, Adria, that was talking about that Diddy stuff. The one who said she was a dancer, Henny. I don't know. Not really to me. I don't know. I got to listen to Adria again. It's been them extra white lips for me. Chapstick, bro. Listen. Y'all seen it in the picture. We all know Wack is a weirdo, and any man with Ashley in their name is sus. Don't make me laugh. My stomach hurt. I've been said this was a play. Right. 41st, me and you was here with that. We was here with that. Sweetie is actually Sweetie for real, okay? Sweetie done got popped in his sugar plum. J Pedo. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and give my 1-2 on that because I knew it. I knew it, but I wasn't expecting this. And like I said, this turned my stomach. So I'm about to go do some cleansing, spin some chakras, burn some sage. I'm about to do something because at the end of the day, this has my stomach flipping so bad. But this is nasty work. And it goes to show you that you have to watch them niggas that be close to you. Period. All right, y'all. Remember that love is always love. I'll see y'all in the next video. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to all of y'all out of here. Thank you so much for all of the love and support that y'all give me. And we out.